Why, hello there, loyal viewers. Triple Jump here. Are you sick and tired of getting a restful night's sleep? Have you had enough of not feeling constantly pairs of unruined underpants? Well, my lucky, I have the solution for you. The entries on this list. That's right. For the low price of whatever these titles cost in this sale, you too can say goodbye to feeling safe in your own home. Farewell to not weeing yourself to sleep at night. For those of you who aren't already doing that. So get your sofa cushions at the ready, folks, because we're about to take a fear-inducing stroll through the terrifying depths of horror gaming to uncover the titles that are so scary even we couldn't make it all the way through to the end. I hope you have your brown trousers on, because I'm Peter from Triple Jump, and here are 10 horror games so terrifying we can finish them. Number 10, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Let's be honest, you all knew this one was going on here, so we might as well get it out of the way early. Set in 1830s Prussia, Amnesia: The Dark Descent places you in the shoes of protagonist Daniel, a lovely young chap from London who awaits in a big, scary castle to find that he has no memory of anything except for his name, that he lives in Mayfair. I've got a hotel on there, you know. I think you owe me £2,000. Sorry. Another small thing, you're being hunted by some ungodly entity that manifests itself as a parade of abominations hell-bent on separating you from this mortal coil. What makes Amnesia so darn terrifying, however, is the player's inability to fight back against these slack-jawed monstrosities. Granted, you can hide and sneak about, but if these fellas get it's game over. Add into the mix a chilling soundtrack and thick setting, up with an atmosphere of sheer dread that would put the willies up the best of us. Not in a good way. 9. Project 03. Released on the PS2 back in 2005 by the good people at Tecmo, and known to the rest of the world as Fatal Frame 3, because we just have to be different here in Europe, don't we? Project Zero, her late fiancé. This fiancé was killed in a car crash that is heavily implied to be Ray's fault, and we're struggling to find a joke to lighten the mood, so let's move on. As if that isn't dark enough, she's also cursed by a spirit that causes terrifying nightmares of a haunted manor house, whose inhabitants sadly do not have the warm, approachable cast with a friend ghost. Armed with only a camera, Ray must traverse the dream manor each night while she sleeps to uncover the reason for her curse and ultimately figure out how to break it. Without relying on cheap scares, Project 03 manages to keep the player thoroughly creeped out throughout its admittedly short run, capturing a spooky and tense atmosphere, all while delivering a story that will truly get under your skin. Number 8, Alien Isolation. Although over 40 years old, the original Alien and its sequel Aliens are still widely regarded as some of the finest examples of horror filmmaking, which is why Alien Isolation had an awful lot of work to do to make up the absolute mick take that was Aliens Colonial Marines.
If you look at them just with their arms out, oh, it's a little hop, little air stick.
But oh boy, did it redeem the franchise in style. Because if Alien Isolation didn't have you plopping your throughout, then I can only assume you're some sort of actual psychopath. Playing as Amanda Ripley, daughter of horror icon and general badass Ellen, you're part of a team charged with retrieving the flight recorder from the Nostromo in order to find out exactly what happened after the events of the first. Crew is back home in time for afternoon tea. Sarcasm aside, Alien Isolation is a master in building suspense and tension, invoking terror in the player by creating a consistently uncomfortable atmosphere. The xenomorph could literally be anywhere. Is he around this corner? Under this table? In this fridge? Who knows? Certainly not me. And also not you until it's too late. Sorry about that. Number 7, Haunting Ground. Another entry here from our friends in Japan. Gosh, it's almost like they're really good at horror media or something. And I'll be honest, this game has been included in this list simply because the enemies are a veritable conga line of creepy dudes with weird aspirations. Awakening after a car accident, yeah, another one, in an unlocked cage wrapped only in a sheet, you play as Fiona, a young woman who must work out where she is, why the heck she's there, and how on earth she's going to get out. The other inhabitants, on the other hand, have other ideas. General spooky atmosphere aside, you can look forward to meeting the likes of Debilitas, the giant groundskeeper who thinks you're one of his dolls, Daniela, the maid who's jealous of your ability to experience pleasure, and Ricardo, a villain with the face of your dead dad who plans to use you to bring about his own rebirth so that he can be immortal. That's a whole lot of nope from me. Thank you.
No.
You do, however, get to befriend a rather cute tail wagger along the way, which provides some light relief, and we were actually able to make it slightly further through this one purely because he's such a good boy. Still, not all the way through, though, not after the whole rebirthing your dead dad thing. Oh, no thanks. Number 6, Soma. For the same reason that the thought of being confined in outer space scares the pants off us, so does the thought of being trapped underwater. What's worse than being trapped underwater, though, is being stuck in a research facility knowing that you're among a handful of the last surviving human beings on the planet. Throw into the mix a bunch of hulking enemies and the discovery that your body actually died up on the surface and that your consciousness has been transplanted into the corpse of one of the fallen researchers, and you've got a recipe for a weekend you'd probably rather forget. Whilst it nails all the horror basics, you know, atmospheric terror, puzzles, big creepy monsters, and so on, what Soma really lands is its particular brand of isolation. That feeling when your colleagues are the last of mankind. You're all alone down there at the bottom of the ocean, and one is coming to save you from this nightmare. And that, dear viewers, is where true terror lies. Number 5, Eternal Darkness. When one thinks of Nintendo, one probably thinks of Mario, Kirby, Link, and other such brightly coloured cartoon friends. down there at the bottom of the ocean, and no one is coming to save you from this nightmare. And that, dear viewers, is where true terror lies. Number 5, Eternal